vast majority of people still buy lingerie in person. And so even though she has an online store where she can drive people to, they have physical retail experience, finding locations, building them out, and basically helping people build a retail model when she has no retail experience. The second thing that they could help her on is manufacturing, right? It's one thing to make a product, do some drop shipping, connect with some little manufacturer. The thing that happens is the bigger you get, the more difficult supply chain becomes, and the more you need to have partners who can handle that kind of scale and volume. And here's the hard part, day one, right? Like, it's more common for you to sometimes you partner with someone and they kind of grow with you with their business as your business grows, but she's a super mega A-list celebrity day one. And so she has access to almost like a global audience day one. And so she needs someone with global manufacturing and global distribution day one. And so just put some numbers on this. They have 118 factories globally and over 6,000 retail stores. So they have the experience. So zooming back out, if you're a business owner, you're like, okay, well, that's great for Rihanna. What can I do with this? Well, number one is distribution is one of those key things that you can make partnerships for that makes sense, right? Like, for example, when I invested in school, I brought media distribution, right? I had a lot of people who wanted to start businesses or had businesses and wanted to build communities online. And so that was something that I brought to the table. And so building distribution, either retail physical stores, that is something that's an asset. It makes something very valuable that you can bring to a partnership. For example, again, when we had Gym Launch, which was the company that I started and sold, we had a distribution base of brick and mortar gyms. And so when I started Prestige Labs, which was our supplement company, I could sell through that brick and mortar distribution base day one, which is why that company, within the first month, that it's $1.7 million in sales in the first month of really being in business. And so I bring that up to say that, like, there are few things more valuable than building distribution. And so the third one to tie this off is that they had retail and online sales experience. Right, so they know how to build out the online presence for all the brands they have under LVMH, and they probably have teams upon teams of specialists who know how to run direct response ads, who know how to run branding campaigns, that have PR specialists that can go and get her in the right places at the right times, all of that stuff. And so the big takeaway for me and potentially you, and this is something that took me too long to learn, is that I think in the earlier part of my career, I wanted to learn everything, and I think that's very valuable. But at some point, I believe that businesses are limited by the collective brain power, so these are my little brains, there we go, that are inside of an organization. And so if you're the only brain in the organization because you have taught everything you know to every other person, then it means that a business is limited on one person's lifetime. And I don't care how smart you are. I mean, if you're Elon, then you congratulations, you're an alien and have beat everyone. But for us mere mortals, we usually need to get other people and their lifetime of learning and put it all together so that overall we can create a bigger enterprise. And the best people in the world don't do it for free. And to give you some scale here, her lingerie brand alone did over $100 million in sales. Now it's like, how do we know what numbers? They're not super public about the numbers. And so, but I think big picture, we can just say they make lots of money. What can we learn? So number two is she picked a good market. Now, if you've read the book, $100 Million Offers, I talk about this before I even get into the offer, because your market is more important than anything else. To give you an extreme example, if you were selling toilet paper during COVID, you didn't need to have an amazing offer. If you just had toilet paper, you had what? A starving crowd, right? On the flip side, if you were trying to sell marketing services and you're the best marketing services in the world, but you're trying to sell it to newspapers that are paper newspapers, those things are going down no matter what, right? And so the first thing that's going to be the biggest lever on the success of the business is who you actually serve to. Now, the vast majority of markets are neither of those extremes. They're not dying every day, 25% compounded annually in the wrong direction, or absolute supply-demand discrepancy between the entire world trying to buy toilet paper, right? Most markets I would just consider are normal markets. Now, what she did that was unique, and so I'll put it in here, I'll pull this up from the book, is that there are four components to a market that I like. Is that, are they in pain? Do they have the purchasing power? Are they easy to target? And are they growing? And so let's run through the market that Rihanna selected for her avatar through this framework. So first and foremost, were they in pain? The answer is yes. And she actually followed a rule that I really love when it comes to product.